Not exactly perfect.
It's past your bedtime.
Quadruple kill.
Sweet.
Team kill.
Not exactly perfect.
It's past your bedtime.
Quadruple kill.
Sweet.
Team kill.
Ashes to ashes. Die, die, die.
I got the number of this busting therapists you're gonna love.
Oh, that's nice. Pero, why do you want me to go to therapy all of a sudden? And what if it's a competition and they say, oh, Pero, he does not have it as bad as you? I'm gonna get competitive about it. At the beginning of every one of my sessions, I'm gonna be asking him, so, have you heard from Pero yet? And he's gonna say, no, actually, and I'm gonna be like, oh, no.
Actually, now that you mention it, I wanted to talk to you about your fixations.
Is this Pero
you speak of?
See, in this room with us right now.
And you say that this Pero shows up whenever you play Overwatch?
He's the one who introduced me to you.
I'm looking at our notes here, and you say you live with 2 other people, correct?
Yeah.
So I've looked into it, and there's no records that there's anyone else living in your apartment beside you.
Apartment, it's a house.
Sure.
I was 260, now I'm 185.
How'd you do it?
I was on 500 calories a day.
Was that like recommended by a doctor? Or?
Nope.
Yeah, that is not healthy.
Not good.
It's not good at all.
How tall are you?
I'm 6 feet.
Oh my god, dude.
I'm also
You're
6
starving
feet.
yourself.
I'm also 6 feet.
Being 6 foot
Yeah.
is hard, guys.
Yeah, man. You're always bumping into the doors.
Being tall is not that good, guys.
I want to be average height.
I want to be 5'11".
America just knows how to make good food, and the answer is a ton of sugar.
I remember when we got into that argument with Melina about chocolate is its own thing. Like there's candy and then there's chocolate and then there's food. My argument was chocolate's candy.
And I said candy's candy and chocolate's chocolate.
Oh, so you're wrong. What is a Snickers?
It's chocolate.
It's not a candy?
No, it's chocolate. Skittles are candy, chocolates are chocolate.
What about M&M's?
Those are candy with chocolate in
Isn't
them.
it chocolate?
It's not the primary driving force behind M&M's.
You're telling me
It's
the
candy
shell
flavored
carries the M&M?
chocolate. Yeah, I genuinely.
Said nobody ever!
I love the shell. I genuinely have said repeatedly, I wish that I could just have the M&M without the chocolate in the middle, and it was just more of the shell.
That's so wrong. That is devastating to hear. I've had the broken M&Ms before, literally underdeveloped in the sense that it's not fully made.
Underdeveloped.
And it just does not taste good. It tastes like the chocolate is missing.
Is chocolate candy?
They never. Yes!
You
Yes,
just went
thank
sure.
you.
That was a begrudging sure if I've ever read one.
Okay, what would you call a chocolate cake? You call it a cake, right?
Chocolate cake.
Chocolate
You're
cake.
specifying the type.
Candy
Chocolate
flavored cake.
But here's the thing, if you say candy flavored cake, people would think like, what kind of candy?
And then you say
Chocolate.
chocolate, and they're like, oh, that makes
No.
sense.
No, it doesn't. No, you say chocolate cake.
I had more time to think about it.
Oh, he's back.
Definitely on Team Candy.
Exactly.
Agree, right?
Saturn, what is a Kit Kat? Like, what is the category of a Kit Kat? What would you call a Kit Kat?
What do you mean? It's a candy bar.
Exactly.
All right, world's first fashion show. Next round starts in 10 seconds. We'll do that intro one more time. Well, already, guys, look at the, like in the pregame lobby, look at all the pictures. That's super unique. Okay, here we go. Oh, wow, there's a cutscene. World's first fashion show in Creative 2.0. Oh, okay, backed up characters. Okay, so wait, are we judging real people? Wait, there's someone behind the stage. What? It's a moving curtain. Okay, oh, we're actually judging. Okay, how do we do this? He's got his own cutscene. Do Nemo, do Nemo. He's got his own cutscene. This is the future. We can actually rate. Do a funny emote, and I'll give you a 10. Okay, fine, 10 out of 10. Vote submitted. No way. Okay, Brandon. It's not my Mogul Master. If it was the Canadian version, it's not the Canadian version, so I gotta give it a 5. Do an emote, do an emote, do an emote. Oh, I put a marker. No, how do I get rid of the marker? No. That's a bug. Yo, I like that. Aside from my marker that's in the way. Oh, nice. Live it up. I'm giving you a 10. She's embracing it. Okay, the marker went away. That's so cool, man. Imagine we do a fast show with like Courage and Cypher in this. Bro, you sweat. It better be take the L. Yo, that is super cool. Okay, a 10 just for that camera POV.
It's April Fool's in Fortnite, and to celebrate, there's nothing new. So today we're covering 40 secrets. Let's see if you notice which ones may or may not be true. One thing we were never expecting to see this season was Lil Whip's eyes. It might be confused, but he has actually had them shut for years, and we've only seen them open right before he was crushed. But I am shocked that Fortnite hit a poster of Meowscles butt naked. You can find it in some alleyways around Mega City, and thankfully he's covered up by a bush, but this was a close one. I mean, seriously, any less leaves, and the game would have become 18+. One person who's not making an appearance this season is the Herald, or so we thought. It turns out she's back, but you'll never believe how. Donna Bennett is her voice actor, and she's returned to make the sounds for the spring chickens. And here's an important warning. Epic is banning players for posting screenshots. That's right, with the introduction of UEFN, copyrighted material isn't allowed, and even if you're not publishing the island, you could still be punished. At least we're still allowed to share our favorite collabs, otherwise some people wouldn't have noticed this Resident Evil Easter egg. Not only is the pickaxe an obvious link to the Umbrella Corporation, but it's also from a scene in the movie where Claire uses it as a weapon. Now forget the umbrella, because this igloo is your new best friend. You've probably come across it a few times during Chapter 4 and maybe even used the reboot van, but there's an insane secret you're missing. If you head in and place a ramp, you could actually reboot from inside. You can also stop paying so much for the Fortnite crew. Players who subscribe every month get a bunch of rewards, but there's a secret way to get 2 for the price of 1. If you start your subscription in the middle of the month, it'll run into the next and give you both of the packs. While you're out shopping, you might notice that an iconic store is missing. The Nom shop has been on the island since Chapter 1 and has never fully left. It's come back in new buildings in different locations until now. Faulty Splits was its most recent location, but we all know what happened there, marking this as the first ever complete removal. But at least you could reminisce on the past with these exclusive pins. There's one for every season, but sadly, they are only for Epic employees. A lot of people want to get their hands on these, so hopefully they'll sell them as merch one day. I just hope they don't sell a life-size Peely, because he's actually 6'10". If you use the new swag shot emote, you can measure him up and see he's over 200 centimeters tall. If you need a drink after that one, don't have slurp juice. With its return this season, there's a new feature where if you drink too many in a single match, you'll get a dizzy effect, making your screen distorted. And if you don't have a drinking problem, you might be stuffing yourself with candy. You probably know that doorbells around the island actually work, and if you spam it too fast, they'll even break. That's not all, because during Halloween, ringing them will give you candy as a treat. The attention to detail is amazing. But still not as scary as becoming a Karen in Fortnite. Back in Chapter 2, if you landed at Craggy Cliffs and destroyed 20 decorations in the fish stick restaurant, you'd be granted "Can I speak to a manager?" Very iconic, but it'll never beat a reference to a forbidden collab. If you went to this small location in Chapter 2 and smashed the signpost with "bad" written on it, you get another achievement literally called Breaking Bad. And I don't know what Epic's cooking, but they just made a separate DLC for Fortnite. All of a sudden, a new add-on was released in the Epic Game Store to play Zero Build mode as its own game. Doesn't really make a lot of sense, but I guess this is to help people who need some extra space. We also have no idea where the Moss Legends are. This pack has been worked on for years, with files being updated, code names being leaked, and it even appearing for a split second in the Destiny collab trailer. At least they had enough time to finish Season 2, and even secretly added some Easter eggs. The teaser art for Eren Yeager not only paid tribute to his iconic face-off pose, but also made the Cyber Dragon just like the Colossal Titan from the series cover. They also included a move from Akira with Thunder performing the iconic slide. And that's not all, because Thunder is actually a complete reference to Godzilla. His entire set is themed around it, not to mention the fact that he's literally a kaiju. One secret achievement trolls your enemies after eliminating them, and barely anyone has it. We've all ended up with a rusty can at one point, but did you know that killing a player with one in Chapter 2 will give you the tetanus shot achievement? In the same chapter, you could have dropped Salty Springs 100 times to unlock the Hidden Salt Bay trophy, a reference to the famous meme who even has his own emote in the game. That's a lot more wholesome than the not safe for work line from Fish Stick's song. The lyric now says, "Not in my fish stick mix." But it used to say, "Not in my fish stick mix." And while the song is pretty catchy, there's one voice line that is insanely creepy. One recording was left in the files, and you could hear them saying, "Help me! I need water! Help! Please!" Epic probably forgot about it, just like their own new feature, hurdling. This has been disabled for an entire season, and they even removed the text from this perk, so I hope it's not deleted forever. At least they kept all the signs in Mega City, which actually have meaning. Every piece of writing you see is genuine and translates to different shops, names, and more. Even the voiceover announcements you can hear throughout the streets are Japanese voice actors. And if that wasn't enough, take a look at the entire POI from above, and you'll realize it's based on Japan itself. The shape is almost identical, with Tokyo located at Mega City and the Neon Bay Bridge bridge crosses the water like the one in real life. Another futuristic addition was the Zapatron. While it's known as the infamous deleted weapon, it was really because Disney filed a takedown request for the word Tron being used. And if you find yourself rebooted a lot, then you're in luck because there's now a moving reboot van. Epic just added one to the loot island that spawns each game, meaning it could randomly spawn anywhere on the map. While you wait for it, take a trip to Mega City and you'll spot upcoming crew packs. There's 3 new posters here featuring Triarch Nox and 2 other skins that'll be from May and June. They're also completely indestructible, so make use of them for easy cover. You can also hide inside a porta potty, but at Chapter 2 doing this had a chance to unlock an incredible secret. Every 1 in 1,000 times, a stink cloud would spawn while you're hiding on the toilet, and it was super embarrassing. Epic also added some serious attention to detail with the laser focus emote. Whenever you use it while wearing an animal skin like Phoenix, the tail will raise up as it chases the laser. You'll be surprised to hear that Tim Sweeney made the decision to scrap skating for an insane reason. You might have heard about how he was spotted by other employees rolling around the parking lot after work, but one part we didn't hear is that he fell, making him delete them from development. It seems like they also erased supply drops while they were at it, because for the first time in Fortnite history, they've been replaced. We now have loot caches, which aren't too bad, but they need to open a little faster, okay? And did you know one person on the development team struggled with a phobia of chickens? Yeah, they used to be constantly hostile in game, but they made a change so that it only happens on his weeks off, which we now know as Avian Ambush Week. Now, luckily, no one had a fear of driving because an Epic employee actually used the sounds of their own car to make the audio for the Nitro Drifter. Sometimes even Epic can make the silliest mistakes. The game was originally going to be spelled Fortnite, which means to survive for 14 days. But after someone misspelled it, the team thought it was funny and they kept it. That's unlike the Kinetic Blade, which was secretly changed in a recent update. The icon is now the Masamune sword from Save the World, and they even nerfed it, making it so that you take fall damage when using the slash attack. We all know about Reaper, the OG John Wick skin, but did you know that to get Keanu's likeness in the game, Donald had to do him a favor? He didn't want money and instead asked to go out for a steak dinner. Of course, he agreed. And it's not the only secret involving food, because Tilted Towers was originally going to be called Beefy Buildings. I mean, I'm kind of glad this one didn't happen. And it turns out one of Fortnite's latest April Fool's jokes has already begun. The French account has been tweeting images of fish for the past few days because it's actually called April's Fish in France, with a traditional joke of sticking paper fish to people. With the final day here, the full picture has revealed the prank, and it's pretty awesome to see they joined in on the fun. And this year, a new skin was spotted in the game just for one day. In 2021, they added the Stonk skin on April 1st, and right now if you go to Tilted Towers, you'll see Peter Griffin. It is absolutely mind-blowing that Fortnite has over 500 million total players, with 70 million of them returning monthly. They've also updated all game modes to show just how many players are online across the world. It's already hit nearly 2 million players at once in just a few days, meaning we also finally have an answer to whether Zero Build is more popular than BR. No builds peaked at 300,000, while builds hit 484,000, so the original, it's still standing strong. That is 40 crazy Fortnite facts. Like I said, some of these may or may not be true. Hope you guys enjoyed. It's been Tommy. Let me know if you figure out which ones are fake in the comments, and keep it here.
you